Will you fulfill what the Torah says and go tell Moshe Rabbeinu and then be the first one to throw stones at this person to make sure he dies? Or will you say, no, listen, we were close, maybe he didn't mean it, maybe he wasn't sure, I didn't even listen, he told me, let's go to this man God, this piece of cheese, but I didn't do it, so that's cool, right? No. Why? The Torah specifically says, Rambam, Hilchot Avodah Zara, chapter 5, Halacha number 1. The reason why the Torah specifically says, Ki bikesh le'adichach me'al Adonai elecha. He sought to make you stray. Means that even if he didn't succeed in bringing you to idolatry, he didn't succeed to bring you to a piece of cheese, he didn't succeed to give you to a little mouse, he didn't succeed to give you to some piece of paper or man God. Nothing. He didn't succeed. Still, you have to execute this person. Why? He tried. The moment he tries to missionize, there is a death penalty that has his name on it. Today, we're not allowed to touch anybody. But at the time of the Torah, this is actually what every single Jew had to do. Do you believe that? Would you do that to your wife? Would you do that to your husband? Would you do it to your kids? Now, everybody can say theoretically yes. But everyone knows the truth of what they really believe. Because the moment a person says, maybe it doesn't mean that, you just deny the Torah. Why? Because that's what the halacha is. That's what the law is. That is what the Torah actually says. The same concept, Rabotai Yekarim, is said here, where HaKadosh Baruch Hu says that he sought to make you stray from the fear of God. Onkelos says, doesn't have to necessarily try to pitch you to go to idol worship, to go be one of these Christians that calls themselves a Jews for Jesus, or to be a Muslim, or to be no. Even if he's a rabbi, and he tells you to believe in him, he tells you to believe that there is no reward and punishment.
Today, because of how long the Golus has gone on, there isn't a Jew in the world who deserves punishment, no matter what he does.
He tells you to do anything that lowers fear of heaven. Stray from the fear of Hashem. This is the same thing as taking you to idol worship. Someone, as Onkelos clarifies here, and the Rambam clarifies, and the Gemara clarifies in Hilchot Avodah Zara, anyone who tries, doesn't even succeed, just tries to convince you to worship idolatry or to go away from the fear of heaven. Stop being afraid of God. You should just love God. That same thing as a missionary that's trying to bring you to idolatry. Someone who tries to make you stray from the fear of Hashem is the same as someone who tries to lead you to idol worship and a false prophet. Same exact thing. At the time of Moshe Rabbeinu, you would have to take that person to Moshe Rabbeinu, to the Sanhedrin, tell him about it, without having any mercy, and then be the first one that throws stones at him to try to kill him. If you don't succeed, then everybody else jumps along until they kill the guy. First, they throw him off a building. You're the one that pushes him. Second story, he doesn't die. You roll the boulder on him. Huge, giant boulder. Krach on him. Yeah, your best friend, your uncle, your cousin, your son, your daughter, your father, whoever it is. Giant boulder. Prach. Doesn't die. Start throwing stones until he dies. the worst possible death penalty that could humanly be imagined, would you do that? If not, you're an apikos. You're considered a heretic. Today, Rabotai Yikarim, many people think they're more merciful than God. And they want to do things that God said is forbidden. For the sake of peace, that God said is forbidden. For the sake of unity, that God said is forbidden. For the sake of all types of ideologies that are against the Torah, when God said is forbidden. And when you tell them the Torah says the opposite, they're saying, oh, it's because of you that there's anti-Semitism. Opposite. History shows, whether you look at recent history like the Holocaust or before, Jewish hatred, anti-Semitism, was not due to religiosity, but quite the opposite. When Jews assimilated with the Gentiles and forgot that they are holy, and forsook the Torah and started going into the non-Jewish world, some assimilating completely and converting to other religions, others just simply abandoning the Torah and behaving in a way that is the opposite of the Torah, whether it's illegal business, charging people egregious interest by, giving them loans with unreasonable predatory interest, stealing from people, doing all types of things that are against the Torah. These are the things that caused anti-Semitism. Not the tzaddikim, not the holy people.